The Johnson family was on their routine trip from Texas to Colorado when they saw a bright light on I-25 highway. When they arrived home, they realized they were 3 hours later than their GPS had indicated, and none of them could remember what happened between their last memory and arriving home. Welcome to Shelley's Mystery Files. The story I'm sharing with you today is about the Johnson family's unexplained time loss incident during their routine family trip from Texas to Colorado. Mark, could you first introduce yourself and tell us where you were going that evening?
Hello, Shelley. I'm Mark Johnson, 42 years old, and I work as a construction engineer in Austin, Texas. I've been married to my wife, Linda, for 15 years, and we have an 8-year-old son, Tommy. That evening, we had visited Linda's sister in Colorado Springs, and we were on our way home.
What was your travel plan, and what should have been your normal arrival time at home?
It's about a 6-hour journey from Colorado Springs to Austin. We left around 6 p.m., and according to GPS, we should have arrived home around 12:15 a.m. It was an ordinary Sunday drive. We know the roads very well. It's a route we've taken many times.
What was your family composition and seat arrangements during the journey?
I was driving. Linda sat next to me in the passenger seat. Tommy was in the back seat, still using a child seat. It was our normal family travel arrangement, a very comfortable and familiar setting for us.
What were the weather conditions and road conditions that evening?
Perfect weather conditions, clear sky, starry night. The roads were dry, very little traffic. Visibility was perfect. Driving conditions were at ideal level. No problems were expected.
Where and when exactly did your last normal memory occur?
On Interstate 25, about 30 miles south of Denver. Linda was adjusting music on the radio. Tommy was playing with his toy in the back seat. It was around 7:30 p.m. Everything was normal. This is the last clear moment we remember.
What do you remember after this last normal moment, and how did the transition occur?
The next thing we remember was being parked in our home garage. It was 3 hours and 17 minutes past midnight. We all woke up confused in the car, having no memory of how we got home.
Do you have any memory fragments or conscious awareness from the interim period?
Completely blank. As if those 3 hours and 47 minutes never happened. Linda and Tommy experienced the same thing. Collective memory loss. Something like this had never happened to us before.
How were your physical sensations during your first awakening moment?
I had a headache. Felt slightly nauseous. Linda was experiencing the same symptoms. Tommy looked a bit disoriented, but was physically normal. It was like we had just come out of deep anesthesia.
Did you check the vehicle condition and notice any anomalies?
The car was in perfect condition, no damage, but the fuel tank was almost empty. We had enough gas to get to Denver, but it seemed like more than 400 miles had been driven. We didn't see extra mileage on the odometer, but fuel consumption was abnormal.
What were the individual reactions of family members after awakening?
Linda was very scared, immediately checked on her child. Tommy was confused, but okay. I was trying to explain it logically, but couldn't find any explanation. We were all deeply shaken.
When exactly did the missing time realization occur?
When we checked the clocks at home, kitchen clock, bedroom clocks, they all showed the same time. Our cell phones were also in sync. The 3 hours and 47 minutes gap was undeniable.
How did the first night go, and were sleep patterns affected?
None of us could sleep. Tommy had nightmares, talking about bright lights. Linda and I had hours of discussion in the kitchen, trying to find a logical explanation.
Did you seek medical attention the next day?
Yes, we went to our family doctor. Blood tests, neurological examination, everything was normal. The doctor was puzzled, couldn't explain such collective memory loss. He couldn't find similar cases in medical literature.
What was Tommy's account and child perspective?
Tommy talked about a big bright light in sky, said nice people. He couldn't give more details, but wasn't fearful, just curious. We consulted a child psychologist. No signs of trauma,
Did you research paranormal phenomena and look for similar cases?
I was initially skeptical, but when I did internet research, I found hundreds of similar cases. Missing time phenomenon is well documented in the UFO community. We contacted professional investigators.
Did you contact MUFON or similar organizations?
Yes, MUFON investigators came. Detailed interviews suggested hypnotic regression. They investigated the location, took electromagnetic readings. Very professional approach.
Did you attempt hypnotic regression, and what were the results?
Linda and I tried hypnotic regression. Fragmented memories came back. Bright light, feeling of floating. Medical examination-like procedures. Tommy was too young for hypnosis.
What were the details of recovered memories during regression?
Bright oval room, beings in white clothing, medical equipment. Feeling calm, not frightened. Physical examinations, light scanning our bodies. Communication was telepathic rather than verbal.
Is there any physical evidence after the experience?
Small unexplained marks on our arms, triangle-shaped. Medical examination showed recent but healing puncture wounds. No infection, perfectly clean healing.
Did you experience subsequent UFO sightings as a family?
Occasional strange lights, but nothing as dramatic. Tommy sometimes points to the sky, says he sees friends. We developed enhanced awareness, more attention to unusual aerial phenomena.
How were family dynamics affected after the experience?
We became closer as a family unit. The shared extraordinary experience had a bonding effect. We became more open-minded, started questioning conventional explanations. Tommy shows more intuitive behaviors.
What was the professional life impact after the encounter?
I was initially secretive to protect my professional reputation. Gradually became more open. Surprisingly, many colleagues shared similar interests. There was no negative impact on my career.
What was the community reaction when you shared your story?
Mixed reactions. Some people were supportive, others skeptical. Interesting perspectives from the religious community. Generally more belief than expected. Local media showed interest.
Did you attempt scientific explanations for the experience?
We consulted neurologists, psychiatrists, sleep specialists, even toxicology experts. No medical condition can explain simultaneous memory loss in 3 different people. Carbon monoxide poisoning was ruled out with blood tests. No chemical exposure detected in our system. Brain scans were normal. No evidence of seizure activity or neurological damage. Sleep disorders were eliminated through comprehensive sleep studies. Medical professionals openly admitted never seeing collective memory loss like this before. Every conventional explanation was exhausted without results.
Did you experience time perception changes after the experience?
Subtle but persistent changes. Sometimes time seems to move differently, especially during evening hours around the same time as the original experience. Enhanced awareness of time passage, more attention to clocks and schedules. Almost obsessive checking. Digital clocks occasionally show incorrect times briefly, then correct themselves. Family members report similar temporal disorientation, particularly Tommy, who sometimes asks, "What time is it really?" Enhanced sensitivity to time gaps. We immediately notice when clocks don't match. These changes are gradual, but undeniable.
Did you make documentation efforts for subsequent investigations?
Detailed journal keeping started immediately, recording every anomaly, dream, physical symptom. Photograph collection, including sky observations, unusual light formations, even mundane family activities for baseline comparison. Video recording attempts during evening drives, especially near the original location. Professional documentation with MUFON investigators, including formal interviews, lie detector tests, psychological assessments. creating comprehensive record for future reference, hoping others benefit from our thorough documentation. Even Tommy contributes drawings of his memories.
Have you heard similar experiences from other family members?
Linda's cousin had a similar experience years ago, never talked about it until we shared our story, then revealed missing time on a highway in New Mexico. Tommy's friends at school occasionally tell strange stories about lights in the sky and parents who act funny after certain evenings. Pattern recognition is interesting across extended family and social circles. Neighbors mentioned unusual dreams the same weekend as our experience. The local community has more unexplained experiences than expected. People are afraid to discuss them openly.
Did you receive psychological counseling as a family?
Yes. Extensive family therapy sessions with a specialist recommended by MUFON who understands unusual experiences. Processing the extraordinary experience while ensuring Tommy's healthy psychological development was our priority. The counselor specializes in trauma and unusual experiences, very helpful for developing coping strategies without dismissing our reality. Individual sessions for each family member plus group sessions for family dynamics. We learned techniques for managing anxiety, dealing with skepticism from others, maintaining a sense of normalcy. Ongoing support is crucial for healthy integration of the experience.
What were the international waters legal implications and jurisdiction questions?
Complex legal questions arose about encounters in international waters. Maritime law was inadequate for such phenomena. Questions about territorial claims, threat assessment, international cooperation protocols. The legal framework was completely unprepared.
Did you consider technology implications based on your observations?
The technology demonstrated was centuries ahead of anything we possess. Energy systems, propulsion, material science, electromagnetic control, revolutionary implications for naval engineering. Defense applications are enormous, but also concerning for global security balance.
Was environmental monitoring conducted in the encounter area?
Post-encounter environmental monitoring revealed no negative effects. Marine life actually seemed more active. Water quality was unchanged. Some unusual readings in electromagnetic fields persisted for days, gradually diminishing to normal background levels.
Were crew training modifications made following the encounter experience?
Enhanced protocols were developed for unusual phenomena encounters, improved documentation procedures, better communication protocols, psychological preparation for extraordinary events. Training was expanded to include scenarios beyond conventional warfare.
What was long-term health monitoring conducted for your family?
Regular medical checkups established as routine. No negative health effects detected in any family member. Actually improved immune system noticed by doctors, fewer colds, faster healing from minor injuries. Enhanced sensory perception reported by all of us. Better night vision, especially noticeable. Tommy's pediatrician commented on improved motor skills and coordination. Blood work shows optimal vitamin levels despite no dietary changes. Sleep quality improved paradoxically, deeper and more restful sleep patterns. Medical professionals are intrigued by positive health changes, but can't explain the correlation to our experience.
Did you attempt location revisits in the I-25 corridor?
Several return trips to the approximate location using GPS coordinates and landmark recognition. Enhanced awareness during driving, careful observation of sky and electromagnetic anomalies. No repeat encounters, but increased comfort level with the original experience site. Tommy is always excited about these trips, points out familiar feelings in certain areas. Electromagnetic detection equipment shows occasional unusual readings near the original location. Other travelers sometimes report similar sensations when we describe the general area. We've developed a sense of connection to that stretch of highway.
Was there an educational impact on Tommy's development?
Enhanced curiosity about science, astronomy, space exploration beyond normal child interests. Advanced reading skills developed rapidly, particularly scientific journals and space-related materials. Interest in physics concepts typically beyond 8-year-old comprehension level. Teachers notice exceptional spatial reasoning abilities and mathematical intuition. Drawings show sophisticated understanding of geometric concepts. Science fair projects demonstrate advanced thinking. The school counselor mentioned Tommy's questions about time, space, and consciousness are unusually mature for his age.
How did you handle media coverage and privacy concerns?
Selective media engagement strategy developed, protecting family privacy, especially Tommy's identity and school environment. Local newspaper feature carefully vetted. Podcast interviews limited to audio only. Careful balance between sharing experience for others' benefit and maintaining normal family life. Use pseudonyms when possible. Avoided specific location details that could identify our home. Tommy's consent required for any mention. Age-appropriate explanations about why the story is important to tell. Social media presence minimal, but supportive of other families with similar experiences.
Did you find a support network with families experiencing similar experiences?
Yes. Extensive network through MUFON and online communities. Regular contact with other families, mutual support system, annual gatherings, shared coping strategies.
Was there economic impact from research and investigation costs?
Moderate expenses for professional consultations, travel to conferences, equipment purchases, investment in education and understanding, considered worthwhile for families' peace of mind.
Do you have future expectations regarding potential contact?
Open but not actively seeking. If the experience repeats, we're better prepared for documentation. Focus on normal family life while remaining aware of possibilities.
What message would you give to families experiencing similar experiences?
Don't be afraid to seek answers. You're not alone. Document everything. Seek professional guidance. Maintain family unity. The experience can be transformative in positive ways if approached properly.
Finally, how do you assess the overall impact of this missing time experience on your family understanding?
This experience fundamentally expanded our understanding of reality and possibility. We learned that consciousness and memory are more fragile than we thought, and that extraordinary experiences can strengthen family bonds rather than divide them.
Mark, thank you so much for sharing this incredible missing time experience with us. The family perspective is very valuable.
Thank you, Shelley. This experience showed us that the universe is much more complex and mysterious. Families can face such extraordinary events together with proper support.
The Johnson family's 3-hour missing time experience shows the profound psychological and emotional impact of extraterrestrial contact on families. Mark, Linda, and Tommy's collective memory loss reveals how human consciousness can be affected by unknown forces. If you have also experienced similar unexplained time gaps as a family, please share them with us in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Shelley's Mystery Files channel and see you in our next Family Encounter Mystery.